Proverbs often encapsulate deep truths in the simplest words. One lie leads to another could not better describe the desperate attempts of India's military leadership to salvage pride through fabrication. Their recent claims of downing Pakistan Air Force aircraft during Operation Sindoor are yet another chapter in India's long-running saga of self-deception, an effort to reclaim lost honor in South Asian skies after provoking conflict under the shadow of a false flag operation. In an era where truth is sacrificed at the altar of political expediency, India's ruling establishment has made distortion a doctrine. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rule, the pursuit of propaganda has eclipsed professionalism, turning national institutions, including the armed forces, into tools of political theatre. The persecution of minorities, particularly Muslims, and the manipulation of military narratives both stem from the same dangerous mindset, a belief that national unity can be built on manufactured glory and hatred. As the old adage goes, when the sword bends to serve the crown's pride, its edge dulls against the truth. History repeated itself this year with eerie precision. Following the false flag operation in Pahalgam, India launched Operation Sindoor in a misplaced attempt to reassert dominance. Once again, the result was a disaster. On the nights of 6 and 7 May, the IF faced a decisive 7-0 defeat in the skies, a loss that exposed the hollowness behind their claims of technological and tactical superiority. Once again, instead of introspection, the response was denial. The IF chief, Air Marshal Amarpreet Singh, in an ill-conceived public briefing, claimed that Indian forces had destroyed 6 PAF aircraft, a boast devoid of a single shred of verifiable evidence. 3 months later, no radar data, satellite imagery, or pilot recordings supported his words. Yet, the narrative persisted, designed not for military credibility but for domestic consumption, to feed the nationalist fervor of the BJP and RS base, and to bolster the party's campaign narrative for the upcoming Bihar elections. This brazen politicization of the military chain of command has had a corrosive impact. Officers within the ranks, long trained on values of integrity and professionalism, now find themselves part of a system that rewards falsehood over courage. The pursuit of propaganda has come at the cost of the IAF's operational credibility and institutional morale, a cost a CM Singh appeared willing to pay for political favor. In stark contrast stands Pakistan Air Force, led by Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Baba Sidhu, whose bold leadership has restored global respect for PAF's operational integrity. During and after the military standoff, PAF refrained from emotional rhetoric or exaggerated claims. Every reported success was backed by evidence, electronic identification data, radar tracks, and ground confirmation. The initial combat assessment recorded a 5-0 victory, excluding a downed Heron drone. After rigorous verification, 2 more confirmed kills, a Mirage 2000 and a Rafale were added. PAF then conducted professional briefings for international media and defense observers, allowing transparency and evidence to speak for itself. Global recognition followed swiftly. Analysts and officials from China, the United States, and the United Kingdom, including President Donald Trump and defense expert Alan Warnes, editor of Air Forces Monthly, acknowledged PAF's superior performance and precision. The credibility that PAF achieved through professionalism remains unattainable for a force that has traded truth for theatrics. Yet even in the wake of repeated humiliation, the Indian military leadership seems determined to march down the same ruinous path. Recent reports of Indian strategists planning Operation Sindoor 2.0 suggest a renewed desire to provoke conflict, this time under even more reckless assumptions of technological invincibility and Western backing. If history is any guide, such an adventure would meet a fate far worse than May 2025. For every false flag, the truth has emerged stronger. For every fabricated claim, Pakistan Air Force has responded with fact, precision, and professionalism. India's obsession with illusionary dominance is not only unsustainable, it is dangerous, as the storm clouds of Sindoor 2.0 gather, one reality stands unshakable. Wars are not won through press briefings or propaganda. They are won by those who uphold truth, discipline, and skill. In the skies over South Asia, Pakistan Air Force continues to prove that truth flies faster than fiction.